Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening if you happen to be watching this at 3 a.m. in the morning. My name is Wally Sharif, and I'm the Managing Launch Director for BNI in the Florida and Southeast regions of the United States. My job is to introduce professionals like yourselves to referral network marketing at its finest. Hey, we all are looking to build our businesses. We have many options and opportunities to do that. But you know what? We can't keep swinging the hammer every day. We have to sometimes take a step back, bring new businesses, bring new clients, bring new customers into our business so that we can then pick up that hammer and start swinging it again. And I'm going to show you today how BNI is changing the way the world does business. Today, our agenda is going to be very simple. We're going to talk about what is BNI, who are we as a company, our purpose, our overview. We'll talk about our core values because all successful businesses have a set of core values that they use to make their businesses, their members, their employees successful. And if you've never been to a BNI meeting, we're going to give you a brief overview on what that looks like. And then we're going to give you an opportunity at the end to with some action items in case you want to move forward. Like I said before, my name is Wally Sharif. Here's my contact information. Please take a moment to jot it down. I am currently a member of BNI Success in Pembroke Pines, Florida. That's in the Fort Lauderdale area. And my classification in my chapter is real estate investor. Some of the positions I've held in my chapter is captain of the real estate power team, where I help bring those people in the real estate power team sphere together to talk about how we do more business with each other. What ways can we generate more referrals for each other? And I've also been elected as vice president of my chapter, where I work behind the scenes, running the daily operations of a chapter. And now I'm currently the growth coordinator, where I'm helping to grow our chapter and add more professionals, to that as well. Well, let's start out what BNI is doing for its members. Around the world, over the last 12 months, BNI members have passed nearly $17.8 billion in thank you for closed business. That's a term that we like to use because that means two people have identified a problem, a member has identified a solution, they've connected people together, and they've done business. And now they have went ahead and put money into their pockets. And around the world, over 10,000 chapters, 284,000 members have grossed $17.8 billion. And actually, over the last month, in October, our members have grossed $1.6 billion in closed business passed among BNI members. But you know what? That's around the world. But hey, let's bring it down to the United States, where I am right now and where a lot of you might be. In the last 12 months alone, BNI members have passed $4.9 billion in closed business. And over the last 12 months alone, on average, BNI members in the United States have received over $56,000 in closed business and over 30 valuable new client referrals. We all know how important referrals are to our business. There's many different ways we can go about getting new business, whether it's a lead, from lead generation, buying leads, Google AdWords. But those are leads. You never know what's going to be on the end of that lead. Might be people kicking tires, might be somebody who just hits the button by accident and now their information is getting, sent to you and now you call them. They don't know why you're calling. But then we have referrals. There's a difference between a lead and a referral. And our job at BNI is to generate as many referrals for you as possible. Those are warm introductions. Those are people who are actually having issues that need a solution and they're looking for someone to provide a solution for the issue that they're having. We talk about a little bit of purpose and overview of what BNI is all about. BNI's mission statement is to increase its members' business. Full stop. Everything we do is to that end. How can we help you make more money using less resources? You know what? It's either your time or your money. The other day I was chatting with a realtor and we're sitting down, we're networking, and I asked her, how much money are you putting into, building your business? How much time, how much money are you putting into marketing your business? And she was like, you know what? Not too much money, $100 or so, maybe every couple of months. Then I asked her, how much time are you putting into marketing your business? And she told me, like, 6 hours a day, um, on Instagram, taking pictures, editing them, posting them, all of these type of things that she's doing, spending a lot of time to market her business. And you know what? It's either going to be time or it's going to be money. And you know what? We have an efficient use of 3 to 5 hours of your time that's going to be able to produce you results, referrals, and more importantly, those referral partners that you need to be successful. How do we go ahead and do that? Well, we start with our core values. Every company has core values, and we're no different. BNI has been around for 36 years, and our number one core value, which is our philosophy, is givers gain. It's kind of a mind shift. Now, as you're out networking, maybe you go to chamber meetings, every time you meet someone, you're looking at that person as, how can that person buy from me? What can I sell to that person? In BNI, it's a different mind shift. How can we help the other person that we're talking to be successful? Who can we connect them to? Who's a good referral source for them? How can we be connectors with other business professionals and in our communities? And you know what happens when you start connecting people? People want to connect with you. They want to start doing business with you because they know it's not just about buy from me. So when you have that type of philosophy, things start to open up. And how do we start to open those things up? We start by building relationships. Networking is more about farming than hunting. It's not going out and trying to land a big whale. It's about trying to build trusted relationships. It's about trying to build a team with professionals that have business interests like yours and in the same sphere. And we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But you know what? A lot of us got into our business. Maybe we lucked in to what we're doing. Maybe we always wanted to be the profession that we're in, but maybe we didn't have business 101. We didn't take a class in college. So our number 3 core value is lifelong learning. We want to give you the skills, the tools, the resources, and the opportunities to be a better networker and a better professional. We have a huge BNI Business Builder website, and we named it BNI Business Builder because we want to help you build your business. And with that, you'll see tons of content that you can learn to take into your business, take out to community. How to network, how to, walk into a room and see what that looks like and see where you can go in and network with other people and where it's, where you have to step back. These are the kind of things that we want to teach you. And you know what? I do want to talk about traditions and innovations as one of our core values. BNI has been around for 36 years. And for the first 35 years, we have been an in-person organization. Our members have met in a restaurant, in a hotel conference room, sitting around a table, being able to shake hands, kiss babies, and all of that good type of stuff. But you know what? That all had to change in 2020. We had to shut it down. And some people were generally concerned if BNI would be able to survive and without being face-to-face. You know what? We had the tools, we had the resources. Within 2 weeks of the shutdown of the world, we were able to put our platform on the Zoom so that our members can continue networking, building relationships, and doing business. And a good part of that is that a lot of our members whose industries just vanished overnight, and they had to pivot into other skills that they had. But you know what they had that a lot of people didn't? They had a network, 20, 30, 40, 50 people who already knew them, who they've already built relationships, who's already had a giver's gain attitude and was able to open up their contacts, open up their Rolodex and say, who do you need to speak to? You have this new profession, you have this new job that you need to pivot into. Who can I introduce you to help you, move forward in your business? And a lot of our members were really grateful for that because they were able to keep doing business, they were able to do new business, and they were able to start businesses, even though everybody else was masked up and shut down. One of the last things I want to talk about is accountability. If you need help in your business, you need help in your personal life, maybe you want to get in shape, maybe you want to learn to run a 5K, A lot of these things you might be able to do on your own. Some people are self-starters. They can get out there and they can do it. But for some people, what they need coach. They need a life coach. They need a personal trainer. They need a business coach to get them to the next level. And when you need that, there's nothing wrong with it. But what that does is you give that person the ability to hold you accountable for what it is that you want to do. That personal trainer is going to get that push-up number 10 out of you when you might just really want to quit at 8, or 9. That business coach is going to help you to look into your business, see what you need to do, get you to do what you say that you want to do. That person is going to hold you accountable. And that is one of our core values of accountability. Hey, you want to increase your business? You want to be successful? You want to take it to the next level? Well, come to BNI. We're going to give you the tools, the resources in order to do that and in order to be successful. So, hey, that's the 90,000-foot overview of what BNI is about. But what happens when you get to a meeting? No matter where you go, one of about 10,000 chapters around the globe, all of our meetings are structured the same way. Hey, you might not be able to understand the language, but you'll be able to understand exactly what's going on. And how does our meetings work? Well, first, we start with an overview. Somebody's going to talk about what BNI, does for them and how BNI has helped their business. Well, a perfect example. I'm the real estate investor of my chapter. And I know as a real estate investor, I'm a last resort for homeowners who might be under stress with a distressed property. I don't want to, knock on somebody's door and tell them, hey, I want to buy your house. Nobody wants to sell their house. But you know what? In BNI, I have a team. I can knock on that person's door who might be under stress, say, you know what, how can I help? You know what, maybe somebody's passed away and you're not sure what to do with the house. Why don't you speak to my probate attorney? Maybe, you need to refinance your mortgage. You know what? Speak to my mortgage broker. Maybe you need to get in touch with the bank to figure out how you're going to get out of this situation. You know what? Speak to my real estate attorney. Or you know what? Maybe you just want to sell. You know what? I have a realtor I can put you in touch with who can go ahead and list your house, maybe get it sold. You know what? Hey, you need some help getting the house together? Let me give you to my contractor. I have a team behind me. And if at the end, I'm giving them all those options, the last option is to sell that house as is, where is. Now I can offer that to them, and then I can go ahead and do my job as well. After the overview, we have our education. We want to give you those tips to take back to your business, how to be a better networker, how to be a better professional, maybe how to deal with clients, how to deal with customers, some personal development that you can take in. We have some of the top minds in business, who made themselves available to BNI to talk about the skills and the way that you can all be successful. Then we're going to give you some reports. I showed you earlier what we're making worldwide, what we're doing, in the United States. And hey, down to individual chapters, how much are you making? How much business is being passed between you? Where do you really want to go as a chapter, 20 or 30? How are you going to increase that and be able to make more money for each other? So that's why we want to give you reports so you can see where you are, where you want to go, and how do you want to get there as a group of professionals. But everything comes down to our weekly presentations. That's where the magic happens. That's where now you're going to stand up in front of 20, 30, 40, 50 of your new sales and marketing team. And you know what? On a weekly basis, you're going to teach them 4 things: what to look for, what to listen for, what to say, and then what to do. And if you can do that on a weekly basis and train and be trained, you're going to see referral opportunities everywhere you go. You're going to be building those relationships so that when you're talking to your customers, clients, friends, and associates, you're going to ask that extra question that's going to allow you to generate a referral opportunity for a member of your chapter. After that, we go into our feature presentation. Each week, one member is going to get an opportunity, 10 minutes to do a deeper dive into their business. What is that going to do? That's going to tell you a little bit more about who they are, what they do, how they do it, who they're looking for referrals. And then you're also going to learn more about another profession. Maybe something you didn't know about how a chiropractor works. Maybe something you didn't know about, an immigration attorney and how they go ahead and may, solve issues with people having immigration issues. And once you do that, now you know, not enough to be dangerous, but enough to be able to see more referral opportunities for members of your chapter. And then we finish up with referrals and testimonials. Because what? We're all here to make more money. We're all here to get referrals. We're all here to be more successful in our business. And testimonials sometimes works just as good as a referral, because it gives someone an opportunity to talk about how a member has helped another member of the chapter. And if you have visitors there, people who are just showing up, now they might get a connection with another member, and they might want to go ahead and do business with that person as well. But let me add, 60% of the revenue that you might receive in BNI is behind the scenes. Our meetings are structured, we get in, we do our thing, but now we have to go back out and work. It's behind the scenes, and it's that number one item, having at least one referral strategy session each week with another member. That's the time to sit down one-on-one over coffee, over lunch with another member to really do a deep dive into, who each other is, who do you know? How can you each generate more referral opportunities for each other? You know what? We want to get you in the game, but you still have to go ahead, swing the bat and hit the home run. Hey, sometimes you might get a single and sometimes you might strike out, but you know what? It's our job to get you into the game. Those are our meetings, and that is what we want to do for our members to help them become successful. And if this is something that you like, well, what's next? What's next is determining where you are in the process of using BNI to grow your business. You know what? If you feel the time is right for a 15-minute qualification meeting with a chapter success coach, I'm going to give you the link shortly on how to go ahead and schedule that. Or maybe you're at number 2. You're intrigued about the benefits, of getting into this new BNI chapter. I'm going to give you a link to have a 15-minute conversation with me, and we can talk about that if you have any additional questions. And you know what? For some people, the timing is not right. Maybe they're in the middle of a life change, or the daytime or the evening or whatever it is that they're going through. It's just not the right time for them. You know what? We want you to keep us in mind. We want you to let us know if you know someone else that this would be a right time for them, and introduce them to us as well. So we want to keep this screen up for a little bit. I want you to go ahead, jot down my Calendly link. If you want to schedule a 15-minute conversation with me because you want to move forward with growing your business and increasing it and being more successful, look, we know you've already taken the time to get your business where it is now. You're living your dream in running your own business. But now, if you want to take it to the next level, we would love to be your partners in doing that as well. If you're a number 2 and you have some questions, there's my link. Schedule some time with me. We can sit down via Zoom and we can talk about and answer your questions. And maybe we can get you to be a number 1 and move forward. Or after hearing, the answers to your questions, you might be a number 3. And if you are number 3, I want to thank you so much for your time, but please pass along this info to someone you feel could benefit from using the services of BNI. And in closing, the opposite of networking is not working. We all need to grow our businesses. We all need to, find ways of bringing business into our locations. We all need ways of connecting with other professionals so that we can be better and that we can do better as well. Thank you again so much for your time, and I want to see you on a 15-minute call near you.